Hey everybody. So I just wanted to say, one of the things I love about Stellaris is the music. This game, oh. Like just, And then it just looped there, but man, this game, I've put more hours into Stellaris than I have any other game except one, and that's Ark. Which I am still going to be recording Ark, but Stellaris is another game where I play way too much of. Also, I'm going to Alt-Tab out, so I don't know if you can see what I'm doing on this screen, or if it's just going to keep recording, but I have a list of mods that I feel make the game incredible. So one is the Stellaris map extension, which basically makes it so that nobody clusters all right next to each other. Everybody's kind of spread out a little bit. I added the Star Swarm, which is a new crisis that's basically it's a queen. It's a race of almost like I don't know how to explain it, but they're a race of creatures that will spawn and they'll slowly expand the galaxy, and they'll completely devour habitable worlds. So if you're not careful and quick, like, you have to wipe them out. So it's just something very cool, very interesting. I added 3 ship mods just for the hell of it. One adds an Imperial Star Destroyer. One adds the Executor, Dreadnought, and then it adds the Death Star, just because I'm a fan of Star Wars. Then I've also added the Protoss ship, so you can be a Protoss if you want. There is a change to the ethic points. So it just adds 1 extra. It adds 4, so there are 4 ethic points total, but it increases the cost of the Gesalt consciousness to 4, so that hive minds and machine intelligence don't have that extra ethic. There's the Reaper ship set. There's a new crisis, the Unicron add-on. I have better star bases. I have Ascension perks, so upgraded Ascension perks back to the board. We'll cover a lot of what these are later on, but basically we have a lot. Oops, I didn't mean to unsubscribe from that. Shit. But yeah, so there's a lot of changes. This is not going to be a default Stellaris game, so keep that in mind. So with that in mind, we're going to go to New Game, and I'm actually going to delete the Alari Foundation because I'm going to make them new for this. Oh, that's right, the Order of Nightbeth. But I'm going to go ahead and wipe them out too. And I'm going to wipe out the Omni Collective as well. Because while I do like the Omni, with all these mods, oh yeah, the Protoss. Oh, that's so neat! Sorry, I'm losing my shit here. But generally, when you add a bunch of new mods in, what you want to do is you want to create a new. Just don't use your old stuff because it can be bugged. Just make a new one. Trust me, remake the species. It's worth it. So yeah, we can be the Protoss. It's fucking awesome. But lately, I've gotten into a kick of I fucking love this for the Necroids. So, and then for my race of spiritualists, we are Alari, Alarian, and Alari, for we are one. Name sets, I actually usually use the Necroids, just because I really like the naming conventions for one of them. Yeah, it was this one. Because they're almost like Egyptian style, which I really, really like. Okay, and so with this one, every race has its own trait. So as you can see, then because I'm a Necroid quote-unquote race, population speed is reduced by, growth speed is reduced by 10, but army health and morale damage is boosted by a bit, and my Tomb World. Tomb Worlds are like if a nuclear apocalypse happened. Like, they're worlds that you cannot be habitated at all. So increased by 20%. Not bad. But let's say I wanted to be, Protoss. And we go back to traits. Well, as you can see, Protoss are actually a mod. Oh, I didn't actually pick it. Yep, so higher psionic. Leader lifespan plus 1,000 years. Interesting. So the psionic... Ah, okay. So, and these are all custom here, too. Oh, that's... This is interesting. Wow. That's crazy. That's fucking nuts. So yeah, that is... I'm not going to say it's broken, but holy shit. And then these are the lithoids. But if we go to traits, we can see that lithoids get... So their growth speed is reduced, but habitability plus 50%, army health 50%, leader lifespan plus 60. That's actually not bad. So the increased habitability means that we can pretty much do anything that we want. Or grow anywhere we want, which is really good. We can colonize basically anything at that point, even a tome world. But I'm only going to do one more. Let's check fungoid. Old mushroom cap. So what do fungoids do? Yeah, and so because it's redded out like this, it actually won't allow us to just leave it be. So we can't have multiple races. Dry planet, fungi, only 20%. Yeah, so that's not very good, is it? But I don't know. I actually kind of like the lithoid thing now, because that increased habitability actually really plays into my my playstyle. But I kind of don't like the I don't know, I kind of don't like... I do like the Alari. I do make machine races all the time. We can make Reapers. Oh, I'm going to make a Reaper race, and we are going to wipe out the galaxy. Oh, that's going to be so much fun. Anyways, I think I'm going to go with what I usually go with for the Alari, which is going to be the Necroids. And then we'll clear these out. Okay, so this is the next one. You can pick whatever name you want. I like... Oh, that's actually not too bad. Oh, here we go. Entropy's Promise and Night's Birth. You can pick your starting planets. For me, I usually just go with the continental world, because I don't care. You can min-max it if you want to pick the absolute best. I don't care. But here's where things get interesting. If we go to Origin... Now, the regular game ends... I think... Where's the at Necrophage? Everything else is modded. So there's like a Birch World. You can choose to start on the Birch World at the galaxy's core. Children of Dunes. There's Aur. Oh, so this is the Protoss. Twilight Denizens. Between light and darkness. Lead a life on the edge. I don't know what karst caves are. I'm going to pass, though. But there's Ark, there's Awakened. I usually run Awakened, I believe. No, not Awakened. What is it? Because there's one that I really, really like, and that's the one that I usually run. Yeah, I think I actually chose just this one as the default, because if we go back to name and class, we can actually choose our starting planet. And if you don't pick the right one, sometimes it can cause problems. But I usually prefer the Resurrected Nexus. This is it. With a ruined gateway and additional huge worlds. Now you'll see what this means. It does give us a bit of an unfair advantage, but it's also... It fits the lore of this species. And then city appearance. You can actually pick and choose what type of city you want to have. And for the most part, they are fairly unique. I could pick this, but I actually like the Protoss city. We're going to run with that. We've already picked our origin. Okay, so here. Normally, you only get 3 of these. Oh, Hierarchy Council. Ooh. Interesting. I actually really like that. That's cool. That's a cool effect. So each thing obviously picks a different one. Sorry, I had to imbue or consume some. I'm gonna shut up now. Some stuff, some things. Ancient caches of technology. So yeah, I see here you have to have origin remnants or have origin recovery a year, which this is actually really good. Oh, it's only credits? I thought it did, but it doesn't matter. So for me, I typically run this particular race as Templar, as Spiritualists, as Extreme Xenophiles, and then because we have an extra point to play with that I usually don't have, probably going to run Militarist. Yeah. There we go. Okay, so from here on out, we have 2 civic picks, and you will unlock abilities to get more... Oh, no, yeah, no, here you go. Ancient Caches, yeah. So this is what I usually pick as one of them. But you get... And you will unlock more. These aren't the only ones. Here you go. Powerful but rare beings. Population growth minus 85. Assembly speed minus 75 for if you're a machine. But 50% boost to all research. So if you're playing a scientist race like I usually do, or scientist heavy, it's incredible to have Last Remnant. But it takes a while. But we're going to go ahead and do that because I'm doing something else. Oh, we never did the traits. That's right. Wait a minute. Is it bugged? It might be bugged. Oh no, I might have to go back and redo it all. Son of a bitch! Alright, I have to redo it. Well, it'll be faster now that we know exactly what we're doing. Okay, so lesson learned. Do not click on the... Alright. No, it was this one. Get rid of mammalian. Traits. We didn't do traits because you don't want to do traits until you actually do the, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, Entropy's Promise, Nightbeth, Awakened Nexus. Resurrected Nexus, that's it. Protoss City, Origin. But yeah, you don't want to... No, that, and that. And then, where was it? Ancient Caches, and then Last Remnant.
Whoa! Space! Just think about it!
I love that, but this is actually a randomized thing that I did one time, and I loved it so much that I stuck with it ever since. So, the Stellaris Holy Empire, we're going to run this. And then we're going to run... I don't know if we're going to run red or not. Actually, I think I'm going to do just pure red, because when you do stuff like this, what will happen is the core of your systems will actually be black, and the edges will be red, but it can kind of lead to some weird side effects. So I don't want to do that. Oh, I love that. So I'm just going to do gold. So our entire empire will be gold in color, which I really like. No, actually we don't want to do that because then we can't see the symbol. Oh, I like that. There we go. Okay, ship appearance. Probably going to run the new ships because my... Oh, can be Reapers. Oh, I want to be Reapers, but no. Protoss ship. Okay, randomize because I don't care. Female. Matriarch. I'm sure I spelled that wrong. whatever. Actually, because it does bother me. I don't know. I don't know how to spell it, so we'll just have a male king, I guess. Doesn't really matter. Okay, so here. No, it's automatically putting the higher psionics. Why is the trait required? Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I wonder if it's because I'm picking ancient catches. No. Oh no, it's because I picked the Hierarch Council. Duh. Oh my god. Okay, so we'll pick Dictoral. Da-da-da-da-da. And then Ancient Catches. There we go. And then that should allow us to remove the higher sonics. Yep, that did it. Okay. I'm an idiot. Alright, so we should be good. Except we need to pick our traits. So we have 2 trait points left for a total of 5. 5 picks. So the idea here is you have to pick negatives with positives. And this is what I fucking love. So we can actually look down, and there are a lot of added stuff. So Hive Minds. Pioneer Flora. Living Architecture. Like, there's so much here. And I'm just going to scroll slowly up so you can pause the video and, like, look at some of these effects. But, like, it's so interesting what they've added to these. And this is why I love the mod, because you can do anything. Like, you can pick a race with no hands. Which I absolutely fucking love. But it gives you -8, so you can pick a lot of the really powerful stuff, too. So I am going to pick Big, because it gives us -4. And I need another big negative handicap to our race. I don't want to do Left Behind, because this reduces our research speed, and I am a heavy research. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do Rooted Adults. So we can't pick any of these other options. But the reason why is because I wanted to pick, it's not Eternal, but there actually is one of these that is for a cost of 5, that it just makes your race immortal. They don't die, ever. But we want Keen Senses, because effect from Scientists, 25 research speed. So basically it makes it so that you can explore better. And for me, that's a huge thing. Or I usually do that anyways. Oh, this will be great. That's fantastic. Because I don't disengage, so it doesn't matter. Unruly, slow learners, slow breeders, very slow breeders, non-adaptive. See, that's something else I usually will pick up, is the adaptive sets, because that allows us to... And you will also be able to upgrade these as well. Charismatic, yeah, increased amenities. I usually get Intelligence, because once again, that boosts our... Where is... Oh, Immortal. That's it. So the species just lives for... never ages or dies naturally. And then we have one more pick. Which I will probably end up doing... Oh, Inquisitive. There we go. Because it also gives us a Scientist boost. So yeah, there we go. And so with that, our empire is saved, and we are now done and ready to run. So, I have... I am not going to be running Gigantic. Oh, I really want to, though. I love playing on the huge planets. And if there is an issue where the thing just shuts off... Okay, I'm changing these, changing that. Crisis Strength, I'm only going to set it to 2, so it's a little bit less. Difficulty is Captain, scaling, normal. Mid-year starts at 23. I'm going to change that to be 24. Year is just off. Habitable worlds are set to ×1. That is fine. There are 2 that will spawn near. Empire placement will be... I'll go ahead and put it to be random. Primitive civilizations are down to 0.5 times. Hyperlane density minus 0, or they're at 0.5. This means that the hyperlanes that connect worlds are going to be a little bit narrower, which makes it easier if you're trying to play a more defensive game. Gateways have been reduced because I fucking hate gateways. Gateways aren't the problem, it's the wormhole pairs, which is why these are all the way down. I'd turn them off completely if I could. Set to 1, caravanners are on, Xeno compatibility are 1. And then Iron Man mode is obviously off because it is modded. So I think I'm going to play on Gigantic just because I fucking love it. Oh, it's so good. Ooh, that would be fun. Yeah, let's do Spiral. Fuck yeah. Alright. So if the game crashes and I have to end the recording, this will be the end of this episode and I'll upload it. But otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and continue to play. Because like I said, sometimes when you try to do the larger stuff, the computer has a really hard time doing it. And it won't work. So we shall see.